the Thames Snooker Classic.
Certainly filling this crowd is Ronnie O'Sullivan. Obviously a name for the future. I'm sure you're very excited at home as well as we are here. Probably the highest break we've ever seen in the Cockney Classic, I'm not too sure.
Should he progress further, he starts to go into 2 points, £2 per point. A break from 76 to 100 qualifies for £2 per point. Well, he didn't quite make that, but what a fantastic start from this young man, leading by 75 points to 0.
Well, the place still buzzing after that phenomenal performance by Ronnie O'Sullivan, only 6 weeks after his 14th birthday. He already had a fearsome reputation on the club circuit, but after that blistering break of 75, the highest ever in this event, in his first appearance on television, well, the secret's out, isn't it? And you have to say what a valuable property we've been admiring. We've reached the semi-final stages of this £2,500 tournament for the William Hill Trophy, and the time-honoured opportunity for the winner to double his money if, and it's a rather large if, he can topple the 6 times and reigning world champion, Steve Davis. Well, can anyone topple the 6 times and reigning world champion Steve Davis?
Well, it's a one-frame match, and the standard of the snooker we've seen already so far has proven I think you can. And of course it's happened twice before in this tournament, and I don't intend for it to happen again, but you never know. There's some great players playing in this tournament.
You're going to have to put some practice in then, perhaps.
That's right. Well, in between tonight and tomorrow night.
You'll be there?
I shall be.
Well, let's have a look at the semi-finalists one by one, Steve, starting with Pat the Cat.
Yes, Pat Kenny played great, I think, to come back from almost certain defeat. And even though I'm sure there will be lots of people saying that he shouldn't be in the semi-finals, he's there, and he's there on merit in the end because he potted the balls eventually, and he's there.
And he played very well. Ronnie, the schoolboy, we've already mentioned, only just 14.
Yes, and brilliant. Fantastic performance. People said, well, the balls were in nice positions, but he's still got to pot them, and he never gives Steve Bentham a chance.
OK, that brings us on to Michael, the choir boy.
The underdog of the 4, but took his chance very well in the first match of the quarter-finals, and improving all the time, I think, and had a great frame.
Last but not least, the man who won this event 5 years ago, Nicky, the laser beam.
Yes, obviously the favourite in many ways, got a track record, and he actually went on to beat the professional that year and double his money. I can't remember who the player was, but it was a good it was a good performance. But Nicky's a great player, and I know very well that because apart from beating me in this particular tournament, he also made a 147 against me in a competitive frame we play in practice. So it's very difficult to say who's got the best chance, but it's one frame snooker at this stage, and 2 semi-finals I'm sure we'll all be enjoying watching.
As well as the semis tonight, a unique chance to see the 2 women who've dominated the female scene for the last 5 years. Alison Fisher, the reigning world champion, and Anne-Marie Farron, who ran her so close in last year's World Championship. They meet over the best of 3 frames a little later, but now it's time for the action to begin. Len Ganley, it's over to you.
Pat Kenny to break.
So off we go for the semi-final match. Pat Kenny breaks off. Oh.
Fast draw.
Well, a little bit unusual, but it has been done before. He was 4 points away with his initial stroke. And coming to the table, Ronnie O'Sullivan. The new whiz kid of snooker. Just 14 years of age. So just a one-frame semi-final. And Pat Kenny, of course, the man who came back from the dead almost to win his quarter-final match. Ronnie O'Sullivan, as I said before, 14 years of age, still a schoolboy, of course, and comes from Ilford. And has won through to this stage of the competition from the Barking Snooker Centre.
One.
Very good opening red there from Pat Kenny.
Five. Six. Eleven.
Well, that looks to have come quite favourably. The red will pass the other one into the corner pocket. Must be
12.
nicely on the black, and quite a good chance here to collect a few points.
$19.
It was during a family holiday at Ponton's holiday camp that this young man first was introduced to snooker. He won a competition and eventually played Ray Reardon. It really gave him a taste for the game.
Yes, John, I'm sure that the tables at Pontin's holiday camp weren't as fast as this match cloth, and superb quality, overscrewed that ball by a long way, and that's actually played a push shot there.
19. Pat Kenny.
And don't believe that that wasn't called as a push shot. Still, an incredible amount of topspin he got on the ball there.
I'm just as amazed as you are there, Steve, but anyway, it's one he got away with. And you were saying about difference in the tables. I think the only similarity between this and the tables in the holiday accounts would probably be in the shape.
One.
Looks like the black just goes. Reds are all split up. An important shot for Ronnie O'Sullivan.
One. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Going back to the tables at the holiday camps, John, I was told once upon a time by John Virgo that the only reason they were on there were to keep the balls from falling on the floor. The cushions, of course.
One.
Yes, there have been all sorts of things said over the years, Steve, about that. But still create a lot of fun for a lot of people, that's the main thing.
And we're seeing a slightly more fluent Pat Kenny in his second match here in the William Hill Snooker Classic. First game was a bit scrappy and he was very lucky to get through, but now I think we're seeing a little bit more of the best of him.
7.
Yes, he's certainly got a great chance here. He's already 21 points in front. Obviously, the black right over the pocket and several loose reds, so could really do himself a bit of good here.
Yeah? 14. 15. 22. 23.
Once again there, John, misjudging the amount of screw back.
Yes, well, as you mentioned before, these conditions are so much more lively than your normal club table, and it's very easy to overhit the ball.
And of course another reason, probably the balls being a new set, have just that bit more bounce to them as well.
Green ball.
Yeah, this young man certainly seems to have got his potting books on. Lead now stretches to 40 points. That's still 7 reds on the table.
27.
Well, a dangerous shot there from Pat, but he got it and still in position. And looking ominous here for a place in the final.
Pat Kenny, 27.
Well, that could have been the chance. Missed.
A reprieve for Ronnie. The gap is now 33 points and a chance to get back into the match.
1.
Now pink into the middle. And once again, slightly overhit that. Might it be a little straighter on the red into the middle pocket.
Just trying to work out whether it's worth cannoning into the pink or the red or going to miss them. Place to miss them.
8.
Well judged.
The black into the middle pocket. If he just runs through with this, it'll come off the side cushion nicely onto the red that's by the pink.
15.
Good chance for Ronnie O'Sullivan. Didn't look in it when Pat missed the brown, but now
16.
looking like he was in the first frame.
The last 2 reds on the table. And Ronnie O'Sullivan just 10 points behind now.
24. 30.
So can play to get on the brown here.
31.
Well, he screwed that a little too much perhaps, but the yellow will do.
Yes, John, and really he wanted the brown out of the way. The green will be more difficult to get position on. And trying to screw back for the yellow. Good position here could be fatal for Pat.
35.
Well, that wriggled a bit, but it did drop. And Ronnie O'Sullivan 4 points in front now, as we're on the green, 25 points on the table.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 37. Pat Kenny, 46. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 50.
Decided against the pot there, and possibly a good judge, as the table being very fast may have been very difficult to hold for the brown.
Well, not applause there for Ronnie O'Sullivan, but he had left the green on.
3.
Cue ball a little closer to the cushion than Pat would have liked. Just 1 point the difference at this stage.
7.
Well, here's a big decision. Does Pat Kenny decide to take a chance and go for the cut? Or will he decide, as he did with the green, to send the blue up the table?
Pat Kenny, 7. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 50. Pat Kenny, 53.
So Pat Kenny now with a 3-point advantage.
The shot here for Ronnie would be to cut it in off the side and bottom cushions. Played it the right way, and of course putting the white ball down here, always the chance of the safety shot. This game anybody's. Clever shot, that.
Yes, I was thinking to myself, Steve, I think these chaps really benefit from watching you fellas on television.
Yes, that's the trouble, John.
That looks safe enough. Very exciting stuff here at the end of this semi-final. Just 3 balls left on the table and only 3 points separating the two players.
Another very good shot there from Pat. And it's getting to the stage really where there isn't that much difference at all between the top professionals and the top amateurs. There really is such a high standard. It seems a shame that the game couldn't be opened up somehow.
Well, that could be a bit disastrous. Pat Kenny here with the match within his grasp. Needs blue and pink.
5.
Well, I'm surprised he didn't play for the pink in the corner pocket. He's played for it in the middle pocket. Should be able to pot this, but he's not dead straight on it.
So that's the one that matters, and it's Pat Kenny who goes through to the final.
Well, we wondered if we could better yesterday's performances, but Pat, that really was a fantastic match, wasn't it? It had everything.
Was I thought I had a chance first beginning of the frame when I broke off and winning up, and he missed a long red.
What a difference from your previous match, where really you should have gone out.
Should have in the first match, but I just never give up hope. You know, I didn't get going in the beginning of the frame, and I thought if I can get a few points and start getting the snookers, I can win it.
Ronnie, we built you up yesterday, rightly so, after that break of 75. Were you nervous today when it began to not go completely your way?
I think everyone's nervous at the start of the match, but as I played so well in my first match, you could only come down.
So it didn't do you any favours in the end, then, perhaps? Well, you could have got a break of 76, couldn't you?
Yeah, but it's always hard on the one frame. Where Pat never played so well in his first match, he could progress.
Nevertheless, you're still in very much with a chance until that double kiss on the blue, that fatal move near the end.
Yeah, well, there was always a chance that was going to happen on that kind of shot. So if I would have hit it too thick, the blue would have come up the middle to him and given him a shot anyway. So that'd be perfect.
How did you find it in those last agonising few minutes when you were escorting the colours around the table?
Well, when I played the shot from behind and took the blue up there, I thought I had the snooker. I didn't, and he played a blinding shot to come back down. And I could just about see the corner of the blue. And as I hit it, I honestly thought when it was coming around it was going off, but it didn't, and I got the double kiss on the blue.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, the 14-year-old schoolboy, knocked out, and in his place, Pat Kenny, who at the ripe old age of 18